Eric, our man at Evans, is keeping an ear out on Tony Khan's media call that's happening right now. And he just sent us a quote. And this is from Tony Khan. Mercedes is one of the greatest free agent signings in pro wrestling history. One of the most significant signings ever in AEW history. Care to comment?
They either need to up his medication or cut it back. What? Who? I just, holy cow! Yeah, she's tearing it up, man. Talk about significant. The impact, the absolute impact that Mercedes Mone has had on AEW is off the charts. Meaning it doesn't fucking register. It's not off the charts because it's off the charts in a good way. It's off the charts because it's not working. And you know why, Tony? Because you fucked it up. You didn't introduce Mercedes Mone properly. You didn't build her beyond announcing and teasing. And then you made the career-killing mistake for her of giving her a live mic. She can't cut a promo, but yet you put her out there to cut promos for, what was it, 4, 5, 6 weeks before she ever wrestled? You killed her character before a bell ever rang. And now you're going to put her on this pedestal and draw all this attention to her, encouraging people to make comparisons. And guess how that's going to work out? That's why you don't want to do things like this. When you're down and you're fighting and you're trying to make a comeback, be humble. Be grateful that Mercedes Mone is there. Talk about what a great person she is to work with. Talk about some of the things she achieved in the past. Talk about the fact that she's internationally known. There's so many great things you could be talking about, but instead you draw attention to her by saying some of the most ludicrous shit that's only going to come back and make it harder for her. And you said it. My God. Somebody please help this guy. Get one of those big old fucking hooks like they see in the cartoons when they want to pull somebody off a stage. Get that thing around his collar. You don't want to put it around his neck because you don't want to hurt the little fucker. But hook him by the collar. Drag him off the stage. Hand the fucking microphone to somebody else. Put somebody else as the face of that company. Because almost everything that comes out of his mouth is quirky, stupid, or embarrassing. Oh, wow. All right. Jim Kamsuvam. Kind of like that. I hope I can pronounce it correctly. Jim Kamsuvam. Hi, Eric. Love what you did in WCW and WWE and also love the podcast. Thank you very much, Jim. Going back to using celebrities in wrestling. Do you think using celebrities sporadically and pair them with a wrestler will bring eyes to both companies? Absolutely. I keep going back to Bad Bunny and Logan Paul because there's just not two better examples. I mean, extreme examples of a promotion and effort, collaboration that works so effectively for both companies. I mean, with you, I don't know how many followers Logan Paul has, active followers. I've heard. I don't know if Super Dave you can find that number, but it's got to be in the 6, 8, 10 million category. I mean, just whatever it is massive. And these are people that are actively engaged. I mean, they're following Logan. They're fans of Logan. They're listening to his stuff on podcasts. They're following him closely. And when Logan Paul says, I think I'm going to get into a wrestling ring, what percentage of that overall number do you think decided, I don't normally watch WWE, but I'm going to give this because I want to see what Logan's going to do. There's no better way to use a celebrity. There's no better benefit than the benefit of bringing an entirely new audience that isn't a regular viewer of your product to sample your product because one of their favorite celebrities happened to be involved. Bad Bunny, same thing. Logan Paul, same thing. Yeah, and particularly when they can perform, particularly when they can go in there and have the quality of match. It's still Bad Bunny still blows me away. He was one and done. He's gone. Logan Paul, I don't know how many matches has Logan had. Maybe 12? And all of them have been fucking outstanding. Whatever it is, 12, 14. I'm not keeping track. But yeah, what an amazing promotion. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate that very, very much. Glad
Logan Paul has 32 million followers.
Okay, 32 million. 32 million followers. Now you have to believe out of 32 million followers, there's got to be at least 10 of them that never really cared about WWE. Wouldn't go out of their way to watch it. It's 30%. Let's say that. Just pick a number. And of that 10 million, let's say half of them go, you know what? I like Logan enough. I know I don't watch WWE, but I'm going to check it out. I want to see what Logan does in WWE. That's 5 million potentially viewers, maybe more, maybe less. But I think at least 5 million new viewers to your brand. And then for the man to deliver the way he did, I don't know what percentage of that 5 million will stick around and become WWE fans as a result of Logan Paul's participation, but I'm going to go on a super low end and say 3%, because that's a direct response number. That's a number that in advertising, you can pretty much figure that if you put your product out there, on average, 3% of them are going to stick around or respond to a call to action. So if 3% of, let's say, 5 million people are now new WWE fans because of one match. How awesome is that? Very cool. 32 million. Oh my God. The guy just, he must just, I don't even know how he counts his money. Catherine Summers. Yay, Catherine. We love it when females show up and invade this testicle festival that we conduct here on YouTube all the time. Hey, Eric, thank you for firing the first shot heard around the wrestling world on September 4th, 1995. I can say I celebrated my 18th birthday that day. Well, that is outstanding, and thank you for that. And by the way, we're talking about going back and doing something at the Mall of America. Obviously not this September, but maybe next September, to have a reunion show, if you will, celebrating Nitro with the podcast. Conrad Thompson, myself, and a whole bunch of guests invading the Mall of America for the second time with wrestling. But thank you, Catherine. I appreciate that very much. Any updates, Super Dave, from our man with the plan, Ant Evans?
Here's the latest from the conference call with Tony Khan. We are in the red zone, heading to the goal line, and we are expecting to score a touchdown. And he's referring to his TV deal.
Okay. Well, maybe that's true. I hope for his sake it is. But here's what I wonder. Like I said long ago, and I know Dave Meltzer keeps spreading this lie that I predicted that AEW was going to get canceled. I never did that. That's another Dave Meltzer lie. And if Dave Meltzer can clip a recording where I said it, or show me in print in an interview where I said it, I'll be happy to apologize for calling him a fucking liar, but I'm not worried about that because I never said it. I did suggest at a point in time when Warner Bros. Discovery was courting WWE and was in a position to possibly acquire, it was either SmackDown or Raw. I did suggest, and after that was made public, I did suggest if that were to happen, Tony Khan's toast, AEW's toast. But that didn't happen. And I've also said on the record multiple times for a year and a half or 2 years that in all likelihood, TBS will renew AEW. I don't think they're going to get anywhere near the money that Dave Meltzer and Tony Khan were hoping for and talking about, with Dave Meltzer in particular, the douchebag, talking about they're going to get a massive increase in their rights fees because look what hockey's getting. So Dave Meltzer just extrapolating, NHL TV numbers and assuming that you could use that math and predict what AEW's numbers were going to be. It was just totally childish, dumb fuckery. But I fully expect that Warner Brothers Discovery will renew. I think they're going to renew at a very, very favorable rate for them, a license fee for the network, not necessarily for Tony Khan. But so what? Then what happens? It's not like if they get a renewal, all of a sudden the show's going to get good. It's not like if they get a renewal, ratings are going to go up. It's not like if they're going to get a renewal, they're automatically going to wake up one morning and go, fuck, now I know how to tell a story. Now I know how to actually be a booker or head of creative or whatever the fuck Tony calls himself. He's got like 20 titles. It's another sign. But people that need titles bug me. Like, I never gave a fuck about titles. Give me the money, give me the freedom, give me the stroke. Money will be good. The money will come. I don't need titles. And I've worked with so many people that would fight over credits or titles. It's like, what the fuck? And I've also worked with people that, they're negotiating. They want $100,000 a year, and I only want to pay them 75, but I'll just give them a fucking fancy title. It doesn't cost me a dime. You want a title? You want to be director of something? Hell, I'll even throw a vice president title at you if it shuts you the fuck up. You do what I need you to do. Anyway, don't give me gun titles.